Hello, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now? Yes, you can. I need to mute myself though. Okay. Hello, everybody. I am at Malley. This one. Hello, I'm at Malley. I'm doing a stream for Stonehearth about landmarks and stuff. I did it last stream as well. Was also landmarks. So I'm gonna go over a little bit. Yes, awesome, no echo. Going over a little bit and then random stuff as well. So. Avarian says, I was watching a YouTuber play the game and came across the huge deer skeleton. First thing they said, I wonder what killed that. So the random idea, maybe not solid, I like it, it's a cool idea, is that is, I forgot all their names. That is the deer avatar, like the deer spirit for the Northern Alliance, and then the footprints that are next to him are the wolf spirit. So the wolf, as the endless hunter, killed the deer, which is ever-pressing nature, which is the cycle of the deer. Like the deer lives and dies and is reborn, etc. But that's really, this is Allie's idea. It's really cute, I think. All right, so did I miss anything? What's on the agenda? The agenda's landmark stuff. Andrew Vox really enjoys the landmarks. Thank you. This is the last Thursday dev stream just before release. We have one more dev stream, but I think it's like a bunch of us, but I don't know everything, so we'll see. I'll have me to actually place my custom monument in the world. That's cool. No echoes is excellent. Alright, so landmark stuff. Let's take a look at not this, not this either. We will look at that later. Okay, so first, I'm just gonna show these guys off. I think all my values are back to normal. I hate how that doesn't work. I can't use the number arrow keys to go through this list. I think it's good though. Oh, it's not good. Whoa, we got caps on. Sorry, just setting things up to be standardized again before I start messing with things. Okay, so let's go to Constellation and set these to like 30. Oops. Alright, and if I run the game, that doesn't work. What kind of landmarks are you thinking for today? So, my plan was just to show off some of the stuff I've made since last week, and then possibly get into making a new one. And before I do that, go over some random stuff. Go over random stuff. Please ask questions. If you have any. I can't answer everything because I don't know everything, but I'm happy to answer questions if I know the answer, but probably keep them art related because that's my area of expertise. Let's get a nice flat section. That'll work. Off-topic question I was answered. What's happening with the edge of the world? Nothing's happening with the edge of the world. I wish we had time to do something with that. Allie did some really beautiful paintings. She's shown you guys maybe a year ago, but I don't think we're getting to that. All right, so here's the like giant caribou we were talking about that's dead, and then the wolf prints. So here you can see giant teeth. It would really help if I remember their names. Actually, do make run chat, and then I can look up the names. I believe the rabbit's name is Nut. There you go. Nut, Fern, and Civ. So I believe this is Civ. Yeah, Fern is the deer. So this is Civ. So this one here, as you can tell, is a deer's face. This is for Fern. Allie's idea was it was like always summer, even though the seasons are happening or there's snow or something. When there's snow, like a snowy day and it's snowing, this will turn white, but otherwise the colors will remain the same. And then you've got flowers that aren't normally in this area and berry bushes that stay alive despite the harsh temperature. And then I'll show you that guy in a second. There, here we have the rabbit head constellation, and this is all gold. So if you like, this is the commonness. The fact that all of these things are showing up is not normal, and it won't be like that in the game. But this is just so you guys can see what's going on. But yeah, just a bunch of gold if you feel like destroying the beautiful landmark. All right, so other landmark stuff. Made this guy. This is his butt. There you can see his little eyes covered by his big old eyebrows. He's a big sleeping giant, one of the golems that is too big. What is just really big and lived a long time ago. It's no longer alive, so I'm missing stuff. So noped away from it. What can I do with the emerald landmark? The big emerald. Can it be harvested or something? That is for you to find out. I'll show you that one in a second. That's a temperate one. Let's see the deer face, Shangri-La. These items interactable. So this doesn't like actually create summer around it. It's just pretty colors. Gold, well, wherever gold was. Gold can be mined, so you get money from that. And then these guys, I'm actually spawning wolves. And they're actually hostile to you, and they will attack you. But they're really weak. The idea was to be cute, not to like destroy your town. So if you place like right in the middle of them, you hit the R button and you'll kill them. But the idea was just yeah, to make something nice and sweet. These any info on the new projects Team Radio will be working on? I really hope they will keep some kind of connection even on separate projects. No news on that. We'll see. I mean, we'll probably keep in contact with each other, if not work on projects together in the future. So we'll see. Could you mod it so Earthlings can interact or notice the landmarks? That's an interesting thing. Probably not, because to notice the landmarks, it would have to be a thing, and the landmarks are specifically not a thing. They're actually treated slightly differently in the code from, like, I don't know, this section of dirt. I forget what we ended up calling it, but at one point they were called specialized regions, so they may still be named that. Long story short, basically terrain data stores specific information, and, like, not the color, I think. The color is actually determined by, like, generation data. So, like, here we have seasons now, but it worked relatively the same before. So, like, these are tags and these are colors. And so, like, the tag, like, the terrain knows, like, this terrain knows I'm a piece of grass. Excuse me. Whereas this one says I'm a piece of dirt, or like, I am specifically soil light or soil dark. And, like, when the seasons change, like, this temperate, they might be different. No, they're exactly the same, but, like, they could be different. Actually, if we look at that, something more likely to be different is grass. So yeah, so here it's 8BB2700, and here it's A5BA 59. These should all be capitalized. This is kind of frustrating. Sorry. This is bad for the landmark system. I believe I compensated for this, but it's been a while since I wrote it, and Max may have changed it in some way. But basically I was having trouble with the landmark system assuming capitalized and not capitalized, and eventually I decided, like, I should just change the code so it's actually, well, not code, the data. This data should just be whoops, capitalized to make the problem go away. But seasons are never got that treatment. This is fun. I'm sorry you guys are watching me change lowercase to capital. I am almost done, and I will not do the other biomes right now. Okay. Seeing some text at Bruno. At Stonehearth. Is Stonehearth ever coming to PlayStation? I don't think so. I've never heard anyone talk about that. But I'm an artist, so who knows? Those all look like natural block names. Does that mean that constructed blocks like roads will not be snowed upon? Beleus, I'm confused. So if you mean, will roads not change color when seasons happen? Correct. Buildings do not change color. However, the buildings do get snowed on. Actually, if I go back to the game, so tomorrow's a snowy day. So, oops, everybody's gonna be dead. Let's do cheat chest, and then let's give them stockpile. So now they have food and stuff, and then let's go to the next day. Well, I guess it would help if I had a building. Road. What did I build it out of? Wood. Did that work? Let's try that again. So, build a road out of stone of this color. Okay. Weird render bugs, but let's do it anyway. And then I don't have stones, so let's mine these teeth. Oops. Oops. Got my hotkeys finally. I've been talking about that for a while to bring them in the stream room, but I finally did it. Let's see. missing something. Snowed upon. We will see that in a moment. We've been working on buying, but I noticed the last few tests that after adding custom trees, the Stonehearth ones don't seem to change colors for seasons. That's interesting. That shouldn't matter at all. Like, no matter how many entities you have, they shouldn't. Nothing should stop changing color. So, yeah, I mean, post on the discourse and message at max99x, because that sounds like a bug. Fence gates don't get snowed on. That's a weird thing. It's probably because they animate, like you're saying. But that there's a bug somewhere which we probably won't figure out, that some things that animate do get snowed on, some don't. Like if there were a insect, which I don't, I can spawn doodles spawn here. So these guys, actually, so I gave them a winter form, but I didn't do this anywhere else. But for some reason, their central thorax or whatever will get snow on it, but nothing else does, which is strange. So it's hard to see, but this is getting snow accumulation. It's a little bit lighter than we saw it before. Like you can see on the these berries, like this is whiter. Same thing is happening to the road, to answer your question, Bayless. They did. Rock layer 6, 7. Oh, I got it. Supreme mode, they had drop seeds. Then you need to add a component to choose indicates model for every season. Cool. When we dig the ground with an entire block, the earthlings always get stuck and have to build stairs manually. When we dig the ground with an entire block. You're saying if I do like this, they will get stuck. So actually Stephanie just talked to me today about, like, should we fix this? In my opinion, we should not. I don't know. I mean, it's not up to me in the end, but we were just talking about it. Oh, that's weird. Someone should be building this. Are they all busy? They're having a conversation? No. This person reserved it. Anyway, the reason they don't is because, like, that's the player's job to do that. Like, you tell them to mine something, and they, in my opinion, they should do it, and then the player should go in and, like, fix that. So if we were going to do something, like, we could make it, like, we could spend a lot of time, or however much time it would take, and make it so that a Earthling can, like, build the ladder back to the banner or something. But, like, that's complicated. I don't know how much time that is. Like, I'm an artist. I wouldn't do that work. But personally, as a player, I don't like that idea of that. Like, if I were to solve that problem in some way, I would approach it like, I want a new entity, a new thing that I place, like, I'm going to mine there. So I place unfolding ladder at the top, like on, like, this voxel right there, and then while they dig down, the ladder just, like, unfolds down. Like, I think that's a reasonable thing, because that makes it all up to the player, and that's like an upgrade that can happen, as opposed to taking away the player's, like, necessity to watch their Earthlings, because, like, that's kind of the point of the game to me. I don't know. That is a difficult thing, and right now we aren't doing anything. Maybe that's something we'll do for 1.1. As guys just said, yeah, just make ladders like I did. Oh, weird. I didn't realize this blackens out the name based on Stonehearth, that they had to have at. True model swaps or biome, so you need to mix it biome. Animated things don't get smowed on. That was Max. Just reading up on stuff. What if you're just doing a new train tag that is the same color of rock and make it change color in a very specific season, so it's secret and invisible in the others? You can totally do that. The only hitch is like you're stuck to the number of colors that we have. Where is it? So like these are the colors that we have. If you want to change that, you have to change a lot more things. But it's like totally reasonable. That's actually a cool idea. Trail that's only seen in the snow. That's a cool idea. I wish we had time to do something like that. I don't even know how we would do that, but that'd be cool. So, underground landmark, you mentioned in the notepad. Actually started that last stream, and if we run out, or if we don't run out of time and we go through other stuff, then I'll go back to that. It's just like a landmark that's under the ground as opposed to on top of it. Yeah, like guys just saying, like if a Hearthling built ladders, like if you take the power of creation away from the player, then like what are you unleashing upon the world? Like a Hearthling could be confused and think they're stuck and allow a stone golem into your base. Like that it's just not good. Like on the flip side, I think stone golem should be able to like bust down walls and stuff like that, but that's huge, will probably never happen. So I shouldn't say stuff like that, I'm sorry. So the rabbits need baskets of carrots to come to your town. So how does the Glacier Biome Northern Alliance get them? That's actually, TMS Stoneaxe is asking the question. That is actually something that Luke was concerned with. So in the Glacier... I'm sorry. I'm not sure if it's Glacier, or sorry, Biome specific or faction specific. It's a pretty pink. But I think it's Biome. It might, no, you know what? It's faction, because faction is what controls recipes. So the factions that have no carrots are allowed to give them radishes and things like that. He put a little joke in there. I don't remember what, like a nod to the fact that he had to do that. But he really wanted to keep carrots for the ascendancy. Yeah, there. Max answered it. I'm getting to the bottom. How about this? Are they going to climb up anyone, but they climb a very slowly, chance to take fall damage. Yeah, I mean, this is outside my purview. If you want to think of something like that, then oh no. Discourse, send a message to Max or Chris or an engineer, or just to anyone, and one of the engineers can answer if they have time. Color close to the default. Yes, you could do this, Andrevox, but with seasons, the stuff changes. Terrain and such changes color. So, oh, wait. Just gonna have them do some. Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother, because I'm gonna get to the end of these questions. And I'm gonna show you some more stuff. It says, will you continue to work on the game after it's published, like updates? There will be the 1.1 update towards the end of the year. But besides that, no. Take longer for food to rot in the glacier biome since it's harder to come by and whatnot. I believe the answer to this is no. We talked about it. Like I mentioned this to Max, and he's like, "Yeah, well, I don't think it does, but I think I remember him saying it doesn't." But it's like, it's okay. It's not a big deal. This game faster than earlier versions. Yes, like a year ago. Stonehearth has gotten way better performance-wise, like amazingly. There you go. Max is saying. It still has issues on large towns. But yeah, I mean, if you play it, you will notice a big difference. There will not be anything after 1.1 that I know of. Alright, so I was going to show you some more stuff. This guy, I think, has been seen before. Let me teleport someone over here so I get some light. I see someone. Teleport. Achoo. Whoops. So yeah, we've got a little crying man, little crying stone that goes into the little lake around him. All right, so what do we look at next? Oh, there was something else here. It's funny. There is a blizzard, and I can't see it. So let us cheat. What I'm doing here is I'm just jumping time ahead. Not sure you have to do it this way. Maybe I tried it a few times, but you have to like reset. You have to go to the end of the day, so it resets back to the beginning, and then you go to around 5 o'clock. I'm not sure you need to do that step, but anywho, where was it? And all I was doing was going to the windy day that I saw up here. There we go. Is that a person? I think it's somebody fighting. I just saved your life, and you're gonna run through the ground and back to die. You know what? I'll just show you this on a different biome because it's too snowy. Going into the layer mode clears the snow so you can see what's under the snow. I didn't know that was a thing. Let's look at this because someone was asking about something that I don't remember. How much faster, better would you say 1.0 runs than the latest current version? Like, would you say there's been a major improvement in running ability? You're asking the wrong person, TMS StoneX. I am an artist. I can tell you that it is faster in every way that I can perceive. So that's all I got for you. But here, I was like, why is there combat music? It's because it's combat music, and I'm playing it on VLC. All right, so you can see a few new landmarks. This is a undead graveyard. Got some little posts, and they're set to like nature. What do they say? Oh, they're set to no player ID. So like if I place here, actually I didn't want to do that because I wanted to show you the rest of the world, but it's okay. You can just like set it to move, and like you notice it's orange right now. They pick it up, they put it down, and now it's white, and that means it's player 1 for now. But like if I was playing multiplayer and player 3 picked it up, it would be player 3. And then, like, I, as player 1, would not be able to pick up player 3's lamppost, but, like, I can go over here and get this one, if that makes sense. But anyway, these guys are set to the undead faction. I tried making it so the sarcophagus, when you destroy it, would spawn a giant skeleton or mummy, or, no, sorry, zombie. But spawning a creature has all sorts of problems. Sorry, spawning a creature via an item drop has all sorts of problems, and like too many to fix in the next week or so. And then I was going to do something in them, but they're all still undead factions, so like they are hostile and you can kill them, and I believe you get like a minor loot drop or something similar. The exact same, or no, not the exact same. Similar to the crypt, excuse me, when things drop. And then over here, which is kind of hard to see because it's all dark now. I can bring the flag, and then I can push the R button, and that'll bring things up. But you can see we've got this little town, a couple ruined. This is like a little fire pit, a couple buildings, some old fields, and we got super unlucky because like there should be hay everywhere. That they have like a certain chance to spawn. So I made it's like a duplicate of the wheat bundle, and like when it's been around for a week, it degrades into this, and it has like a few less things. It's a little mushy, but like it's fine. And so you just like, can I harvest this? Yes. You harvest it, wheat pops out. You get a little less than normal, but like it's fine. It's cute. Can I see? Oh, there's the thing we were talking about before. So this is just a giant altar. Yeah, kind of pretty. This is a phoenix altar. Unfortunately, the glow goes away when you go far enough away, but it is fine. Here you've got the stone golem again, or sorry, yeah, the giant sleeping giant. Sorry. This is actually the same in every biome, and it's colored with the name tags as opposed to colors. Well, effectively. So when it comes into any biome, it just turns into that color. We've got the crying stone again. And then you've got individual buildings, which are essentially duplicates of these. Oh, here's this guy. I'm not sure if this is out already, but you may see this. This is a little goblin town, and it has like random chance for buildings and palisades and the normal things that are in a goblin's camp, but their drops are a little different, similar to the this guy, the undead thing. Let's see. Do we see any other landmarks? There's a geyser. I don't see any more. Alright, so now let's go to the desert. No hints on the last Desktop Tuesday because Stephanie makes all of that herself. I mean, she may tell someone, but like she doesn't run it by me unless like she needs information from me for something. We need to spawn an enemy from it. I'll have... Did I miss the beginning of this? Have Owl Talk Alive Necromancer summons despawn again. I'm not sure what that means. Another thing I really wanted to spawn was like an enemy I wanted to spawn from an entity. Was you have a stone golem, and when you kill him, he would like spawn 4 little golems. But like anything to do with like spawning a creature from a loot drop, just in general, like I've had incredible problems or just hasn't worked. So here we've got a rib cage. This is the whale skeleton that Allie drew. Actually on the stream, or did she just show the stream? There's that one, and then there's the one where it's flipped upside down, which should be here. There it is. So, just the spine sticking through the earth. Kind of peaceful. Sphinxes you guys seen. So here you can see having weird colors in your generation data will cause weird things. So like this is weird pink stuff because of pink rock, which we don't have on this map. But like where was that summon stone? So here the little crying stone. He also has the weird pink colors, and like I saw the graveyard or something. Yeah, here the dirt is this really gross, nasty color, but that's just because that's the color that they are. Let's see what else. Wasn't there something else I wanted to show? I don't know if you saw this before, but there's a moon right there. I wanted to make that the moon and the sun. Geomancer makeable. Oh, here's another building. It just wasn't spawned in the other biome, but it's just like a smaller section with the farm and more hay bales. A little building. There's that. You can see there's a little well down there. This is not a well. I should probably... Is that 2? Oh, I can't. Yeah, that's 2 and this is 1. But maybe I should put like little wooden supports on the side just to make it more apparent or something. I think that's it for this biome. Yep. Alright, what did I miss here? Poor sky whale. Well, they're just old. He died a long time ago. Maybe he had a very full life. I mean, he's massive. Oops. Like, that. This is the top of the whale's head. Like, he had a good life. Or she. Allie was actually talking about how we would excavate something like this if a player really wanted to. And I was saying very, very carefully. I won't actually do this, but it's cute in there. If anyone's interested, I can look at the file. Alright, so that's all the landmarks that we really wanted to look at. Oh, the combat movie, or sorry, combat music really gets me going. Like, it gets my head like, where's the combat? Where's the combat? Alright, so go around stuff with questions. You guys have questions, just ask. Jelly Jumping Bean, thank you very much. Peaceful needs Sky Whale's Rainbow Party of Love is the final boss. Or Party Goblins Sheep Dance Off. That sounds cute. Rabbit statue on a tree? Why do the Raiders have so much health? Because the Raiders only 1 star. They're rough puppies. Let's see. Monster tuning. Goblin. Marauder, I believe, is what you're talking about. These guys, right? Yeah, they're rough. 200 health, 8 armor. And this, like, I've been looking at lots of numbers like this. These guys aren't that impressive. I mean, they're strong, but like, what are they called? Let's see. Yeah, like the Corrupted Zilla has 1500 health, 999 courage, so he never runs away basically, and he has 12 armor, and he reduces the armor of the person he's targeting by 0.5. Like, that's pretty strong. Will you be releasing Stonehearth editor to the community? Yes, so it has been released for, as far as I know, for a long time, but it was behind, like you had to download Visual Studio or something and like compile it yourself. Now we're releasing it for reals. I don't know how to get it and access it. As Bruno Supreme is saying, it's in the game folder right now. You can access it with the game right now. If you guys find bugs, please post them in our discourse. Maybe we can't fix them now, but hopefully we can after 1.0. But yeah, I use Shed all the time. It's super awesome. They destroyed everything in my state. Sorry, son, before I could kill them. Yeah, that happens. It sucks. Get drunk. Alright, alright. So we can mess around with it. Okay, other things. I wanted to show someone on the forums. Oh, that doesn't work. Someone on the forums had asked for... Okay, so what I'm showing is not in the game. It could be in the game, we'll see. It seems like a pretty simple thing. It's not like a feature. It's existing tech that we have with very small amount of code. But someone in the forums was asking, like, hey, like, I have a pet, or I want to buy a pet, and I can't tell what they eat. So we talked about that a bit, and it was like, well, what's the best and or easiest way to tell people this? So there's actually 2 ways that we wanted to go about this. I don't know why this works differently here than it does in an actual game. Probably because the way I did this. Alright, so there's the pet shop. Oh, I don't need that. I need to go pets. So when you go to the pet screen, you hover over and it says it eats greens and sometimes cud. There's a little joke. Shoot, raccoon doesn't have it. Pollo eats a little bit of everything. So actually I can't buy these. I don't have gold, but if I had gold I still can't buy them because there's no banner for them to place or something. But that's for buying it, right? And as soon as you buy the pet, it overwrites the name and the description because of how pets work. So we added this little thing right here, which is similar to, which is the same image as the Hearthling trait. So this says it's an omnivore and that this pet will eat anything, meaning that it eats anything with the food thing on it. So I think I can make an animal hungry. I cannot. But when he gets hungry, he will run over and like eat the... I think he'll eat that. That's a serving though. That's weird. Huh. I didn't know plates could exist without their thing. But here you've got carnivore. I think he's another omnivore. But if I had a sheep or something, it would tell you that it was a herbivore. Doesn't work. Sorry. A lot of bad press lately about Kickstarter goals, and I wonder what's up with that. It's bad press. Bad press happens. Can't let it get you down. The puppy. Was there a puppy? I didn't see one. Kitty. Are these the same? Did I randomly get the exact same creatures? Control B doesn't work. Why do I keep pushing it like I think it will? Some people dropped due to limited resources. A couple of them were fulfilled. For example, Magnus was dropped because Radiant could not think of what he should be useful for, what normal smith or an engineer couldn't do. And a lot of other reasons. Maybe this is not random. I thought it was. Yeah, Magnus is a complicated thing. We thought at one point about maybe having like a master class top tier, like the end of blacksmith, you hit level 6 and then you become like a magma smith or something. But like that level of work could be a lot, and we're not sure like what they would do that's different, and like how much work would it be to flesh them out to be worthwhile. So Bruno, thank you. That was 99% Max. Thank you to Max. It's really cool that they got in. Let's see, what am I doing? I'm just gonna look at the pet test. Alright, I'm stupid. I need to actually get a different pet, like a sheep. Sorry, I thought it randomly grabbed them. Control B doesn't work. There'll be more content added between 1.0 and 1.1, or just bug fixes, like items like items, furniture, mobs, enemies, etc., landmarks. So the stuff I'm showing now, actually, to be fair, everything I've shown on the stream so far, I'm not sure what of it is on. Anything that I've shown tonight that's not on stable right now, do not assume that it will be in the final game, because it might not make it. All of this should make it into 1.1. If it doesn't, I'm still hoping it gets into 1.0, but various things could happen. So here you go, little herbivore, just the same as the Hearthling traits. I don't know if I answered this question. So to your question, will there be more content added? I don't know. I'm hoping so. Probably not things like items, furniture. Mobs and enemies are the same, correct? Probably not many, if any, new mobs or enemies. If we do have time for stuff, it would be like it would. So in general, it's probably going to be more like bug fixes. If we have more time, quality of life. If we have more, like, I don't want to give examples because maybe they won't happen, but like just improving like the way you click on things. Like say there were 5 buttons to release a pet, which there's not, but like it would be making that pipeline less problematic. We may add items, furniture, enemies. But don't bank on it. Animal feeders and beds discontinued. I'm not sure what an animal feeder is. This test is actually to make sure that animals can eat. I just can't make them hungry. Like if we just run at fast speed, they will eventually get hungry and like eat that. Let's see. No, that may have been a problem. I think it's okay, but so like, let's try it again. Make hungry. Oh, I can. So like he's eating the jerky and now he's full. So I'm not sure what the animal feeder is for. If you're talking about Stephanie's like kibble asset, I don't know if that was ever intended to be finished. Beds are something that I made for Linda. You can see it in the files of the game, but that was just a side project for her, and I don't think it's gonna get in. So I'm so okay with bug fixes. So, will there be promoted mod packs after 1.1? I'm not sure. Basically, don't ask me stuff about what happens after 1.1 because I'm struggling to deal with 1.0. Stephanie knows what happens with 1.1, and I don't know if she's thought about post 1.1. But yeah, those are Stephanie type questions. Performance is the thing I'm most worried about. Like, how many Earthlings will a typical not high-end PC process? That is like an impossible question to answer. Like, as soon as you talk about like how many Earthlings can be on a certain PC, first off, I can't answer on the best PC ever. I just don't know. But worst PC, like, first off, you're asking the wrong person. But second off, like, as soon as you start talking about variable quality computers, like, it's like impossible for us to answer. You can like test it and see how it works, and then you'll find out the max that your game can support. But yeah, it's more of a trial and error thing. I don't know. What's the team's favorite mod so far? That is a hard one. I'm not signed into Steam. Actually, I don't. No, I can't even look at Steam stuff. So, because like if I go to the thing, it'll not work. What was the funnest thing you made for Stonehearth, and what was the hardest? I'm gonna move this. Hopefully, it's not too loud. So, favorite mods. Let's see if I can get to mods. Nope, I have Steam disabled, so that won't show up. So, one of them is definitely auto harvest. I wish it had a hotkey, but that's great. I like efficiency type things. So another one, which I don't remember the name of, is like box tool select or something. So like you can click drag an area and it auto undeploys all of them, or I think it's a separate mod, but you box select and then like it selects all of these and then you click on the ground in order, and it like shows you a ghost that you're about to place, and you can like grab all these flowers and plant them all over here. And like otherwise you have to like click on the flower. I gotta change the hotkey so it's X. Like I click X, click X, click X, click X, and then it all goes to my inventory, and then later I put them out. So I really like that mod. Archipelago's cool. The Canyons biome is really cool. And besides that, I need to play with a lot more mods. There's one that Max likes to use that kind of infected all of our machines because the way we had mod settings working, and I don't think it works this way anymore, but like I played multiplayer with him, and then it downloaded his mod, the mod that he was subscribed to, and then it always put it on my machine. And what it did was it like provided a lot more Carpenter recipes, and I'm not sure if there are other recipes, but man, it's frustrating. It was just too much stuff in my Carpenter's work table or whatever, workshop. Yeah, I agree. Canyon biome is really awesome. It's really pretty. Bruno Sprima did a great job with the fog in there. If he did anything with the fog, he might just be using what was there. It looks really pretty regardless. I haven't played Taiga biome. How about I put something more interesting on the screen? Oh, yeah, well, let's answer a little more questions. Yeah. Okay, so it's out already. Yeah, we'll be doing that. I think I'm with Max whenever Max does it. Whoops. I'm just gonna close this. Okay, so let us. Don't need this. This is the one we're gonna look at. Double check this is working. So this is interesting. Just to talk. We have like 5-10 minutes. Excuse me. This is cool because this is activation type revealed versus immediate. There may be another option. I don't think so. But basically, immediate shows instantly. Like when you're here, I can show you. That'd probably be easier than saying it. I can do it. Trust me, guys. The fog there looks so different because the base height is lower than the default biomes. Or than default biomes. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Oops, I don't want to be here. At least you're helping your mom move. That's nice of you. Thanks, Jelly Jump Bean. I did all those animations. So I was trying to answer someone's question. I answered the mods one. Someone asked what was my favorite thing to work on. Funnest thing that I made, and what was the hardest. Let's go hardest first. Hardest was probably. Oh, that's a tough question. I completely forgot what I was doing. Oh, I set all the things to do underground. I think it's temperate right now. Sorry, I can't do more than one thing at once. I was gonna say emotions. Actually, the thing I just mentioned. That was hard because it was mostly because it was annoying. There's like a lot of files I had to touch and going back and forth from the rig to the animations to every animation that they had. What am I doing here? I'm being silly because I didn't. Oh, okay. All I'm doing is showing reveal. So like you can see there are no landmarks. None. Nowhere. But they are actually there. This is actually the same way that ore mines work, which is why this feature is here. We didn't make this, it's just there. But based on how landmarks work, I'm going to guess there's one here, here, here. I guess there. See if we get lucky. Nope, we did not. But I can send people a little scouting party. So you can totally do this with your landmarks. Let's see, this one showed up. Yep, and these showed up. So like, to be honest, I am not sure what's going on. Like, is it actually there and not shown to the player? But it's like, it is terrain. Like, I think what's happening is it doesn't run the code until the Hearthling gets within sight of the area. But I'm not sure. Max would know that. But yeah, so many landmarks just because it's all cranked at crazy high values. But like, this is how I believe critter things are the same way. Like, you can't see animals here because you haven't been to that area yet. But after you go to the area, you'll have vision there. But you can totally do that with landmarks too, which is super cool. So let's change that back. And then, do I need to show this? I'm almost out of time anyway, so there's no real point. But basically, I don't have anything in here yet. The cave chest is the one we made last weekend, or sorry, last Thursday, and it's not in the files right now. I'm going to try to add that back in, but we'll see. Like, I may trash that asset. It wasn't like pretty or anything, so let me let's just put on something to look at while we talk. Let's do settlement test. Settlement test more varied. Don't do Control B. So, I'm sorry. Again, I confused myself. I was going to say emotions, but I think I would change it to landmarks, because that was extremely hard and it required me to learn Lua, and just Lua was a lot. As an artist, I don't really enjoy that type of work, and it took a lot out of me, and thankfully Max helped a lot, but it was a hard thing to do. So yeah, but it's finally getting in, and that's amazing, and hopefully you guys do some really cool stuff with it, so I'm really happy about that. Is there something you personally wanted to add to Stonehearth but it just didn't work out? So that would have been landmarks, but they finally got in. That was really cool. There's another thing called player color, which did not get into the game, but it would have been like whatever, like this is player 1, so player 1 is blue, player 2 is red, and what would happen is the outfits of your characters, like all of them, would be that color. But we decided not to do that because it felt a little odd, and people on the team didn't really like it because it like misconstrued or it confused the personality of the Hearthlings. Like a lot of people had hats, but that's where the outfit update came from. So like the chef's hat, let's see, add citizen, cook, and trapper, and mason. So like all the outfits came from there, but like here you can see this hat we kept, and is really cute. And the chef's hat is really cute. And then the mason, or whoa, everybody's hungry, is here. She has this little backpack on with a rock in it. How about I slow it down? Kind of hard to see because of her hair, but she's got this little backpack with a rock on it, which is her special pet rock or something. Who else did I see? I saw the blacksmith. The blacksmith has teleport. Has this like super beefy arm, because it's like covered in metal and shielding, so she can like hold the hot things and slam it with her hammer. That's really cool that got in. So landmark. Landmark is only decoration or have some magic stones under? Kavare, it depends on the landmark. Some of them have special things on them, some of them don't. Basilis, goodbye. I'll see you next week. The sulfites, some have minerals and stuff. Depends on the rarity of landmark. It actually doesn't depend on the rarity. It just depends on what we felt like doing. So like, I can't think of any examples. Like the geyser landmark is relatively common. Like it's one of the ones you'll see the most, and it has wet and dry stones in it that are relatively expensive. So you could go mine through it and sell those things and make money out of it, but it's just there to be pretty. So Herbo's hat doesn't work with all this standard hair though. It is sometimes covered up, but it's fine. We don't care that much about it. It's just supposed to be cute. So pets doing some things aren't in the game yet, or larger pets like wolves and such. Little Piggy 101, pets are as they are. Some of them, like, they don't have all animations. Like a sheep pet basically only walks. I don't think it even has an eat. It walks and stands still. It has a cute animation, like it sits on the ground. That's it, and it's not going to get any more. Maybe I'm going to badge it on the Lanalvayaka, I'm not sure what you're saying. Implement a badget on the clothes with player color. And sorry, I should have finished. We may bring that back as a mod. Probably not, though, because there were bugs that also prevented it. It's like, do we want to solve the bugs that would make this feature work? And then that was the second question. The first question was, do we want it in the game? And because the first answer was no, the second question never got answered. So, because of course. All right, so I'm gonna leave soon. So if you guys have any last minute questions, ask them now. Being attacked by was you save them as they join you. Hello, Talia. You're talking to Max, but yeah, that's something we've talked about a lot and wish we had time to do. Didn't see the light. It's possible to increase the world size or how easy it is to make a mod that does so. The Sulfite, there's already a large world mod. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, you can totally find that on the store if you look for it. Backpacks cause problems. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Geister. So the backpack for the Mason is actually not a backpack. It's just a part of their chest. So that's how we cheated it. It's just like, it's nothing new. This stream, can't wait for the 26th. Thank you for coming. Jelly Jumping Bean. I am satisfied with how we got, or where we got it to. I wish we had more time to make it and to work on it and to add stuff to it, but we don't, and that's just the way things are. So I've been trying to make the most I can from what we've got, so like that's why landmarks are in the game. I don't see why the goblin showed up. No, it's my staffs and doors and stuff. I wish we could spend more time on it, but like up until 1.1 we can, but then after that probably not. And that's just the way things go. So we already talked about the Magma Smith, Little Piggy. If you look through the video, you can see the answer. Griffinier, hello, and I'm sorry, but this is the end of the stream. Thank you guys for coming. Please check out the video, Griffinier, if you want to see it. But yeah, it's been a fun stream. I'm gonna sit in. Max and I are gonna do a stream, and then maybe I'll be on for other parts. But I should say it's been really fun to do streams with you guys. Maybe I'll talk Stephanie into letting me do more later, but we'll see. All right. Bye-bye. Have a good night, day, or whatever.